So Ralphie, you cover everything from entertainment to sports, and NFTs are taking over both spaces. Sports talk here, I'm still kind of scratching my head about what these even are.
Yeah, same. It turns out our team at Just the Facts put together a fantastic explainer about what NFTs are. Take a look.
This digital meme of a flying Pop-Tart cat was an internet sensation back in 2011. It's now considered a type of crypto art and sold for almost $600,000. It may sound crazy to pay that much for something you can find online for free, but people are still dishing out millions for these unique digital collector's items, known as NFTs. NFT stands for non-fungible token, which means something that's not interchangeable. These two $20 bills are worth the same amount, but these two NFTs are not. Think of them as concert tickets. Each ticket contains specific information, like your seat number and date of the show, so you can't trade one for another. NFTs can represent anything from videos to tweets to music albums, but the NFT isn't the item itself. It's actually a piece of code, similar to a serial number, that identifies where the item is and who owns it.
That was super helpful, but I definitely want to learn here more. Joining us is our USA Today Sports Now reporter, Chris Bumbaca. His favorite mascot is Bucky the Badger, who's email buddies with Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban. We'll get into that a little bit later. And he's been covering NFTs for us.
As a whole for the sports landscape right now, what's going on here with NFTs?
Yeah, so as my guy Cubes told me, he's a big believer in this, intellectual property, converting that into non-fungible tokens, obviously, and he sees that as a way of the future for sure. And so do a lot of other sports leagues in America. If they're not involved in the NFT game right now, they're planning on it. And there are several leagues that have talks down the line with other companies like the NBA that produced NBA Top Shot, which has really driven a lot of the sports NFT conversation here. That's an example of a league that has an official revenue sharing agreement and things like that. But other athletes have gotten involved. Tom Brady released some NFTs. The Mannings released some NFTs. Patrick Mahomes has NFTs. You see guys coming out in the NBA draft doing their announcements, making one-of-one NFTs, capitalizing on that rarity. That kind of seems to be a driving force in the NFT market as it is in traditional collectors, sports memorabilia, art collecting, spaces that we've seen before. It's definitely an interesting time to be building on these blockchains and things like that.
I'm very curious, is there a barrier for entry? Like, is this just for high-end collectors right now? Who's got the money for this? And who's actually using it besides just the athletes? Can everyday people use this?
Yeah, so everyday people can definitely get involved, and that has become more common as, we've seen people able to buy with credit cards. For a while, it needed to be kind of through your Coinbase crypto wallet, and that's obviously a barrier to entry that a lot of people don't have right now. But as that becomes more popular, people are still getting involved there, and through traditional consumership like a credit card, for example. But as far as those rare examples I referenced earlier from some of the athletes and the big ticket items, those do come with quite the price tag attached to them. A LeBron James Top Shot moment went for $208,000, I believe, on the marketplace that they have created there. And then a different one where he's kind of like dunking in a way that Kobe Bryant did. A lot of people made that comparison, and it was only like a month after Kobe passed away. That one recently went for auction at, I think it was $367,000 or something like that. And the thing there that you have to keep in mind again is that there are only 59, I believe, minted moments of that dunk. So only 59 highlights, if you want to call it, through this exists.
So NFTs are here to stay, is what you're saying?
I think so. I think so. A lot of smart people definitely think so too. I think that it's going to come in waves. We saw it with things like Bitcoin, for example. There was that first wave a few years ago, and then it went away for a little bit, and now it's the only thing people talk about anymore sometimes. As teams, organizations, athletes find more and more ways to make it a greater part of the fan engagement, to give it utility to a person, beyond just saying, hey, I digitally own this. I think that's where we'll start to see it become a more and more part of like a daily sports fan's life.
Hey sports fans, if you want to see more videos like this, check out some of our other ones right here. And if you like what you see, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more from USA Today Sports.